I think a society is as good as its citizens are, and a huge portion of that foundation rests with the quality of education that is provided to them.
There are a lot of teachers in this country getting ready to retire. We better be prepared to put very good people into the classroom to replace those wonderful retiring teachers. Emporia State was first chartered by the Kansas legislature in 1863 as the normal school in Kansas, the school charged with preparing teachers for all of our children. We've maintained our focus on teacher education as we broadened into a wider serving college, and it's something that we're very proud of the way we do, because we do it as well as anybody in the world.
What we wanted to look at was, as you've been in the schools, what educational challenges have you seen during the time that you've been out there?
We borrowed from the medical model for training doctors,
where you do the immersion of the doctors in the hospital experience. And we said, that's what teachers to be need to do. Spend an entire year with an outstanding teacher learning how to teach.
A big thumbs up if you got what's going on.
It really helped prepare me for having my own classroom, because I was able to see how to start the year off with routines or schedules and those types of things. For the intern, I think it's their first experience in an actual school building with students. They're working with a mentor who is an experienced teacher.
I was intimidated. You know, here's this teacher that I'm supposed to spend an entire semester with, and can I be as good a teacher as she is? And I know that I've learned so much from her, and it's really great to get her feedback.
Right, yeah, just make like a list.
Yeah.
We were one of the first in the nation to go to professional development school concept.
Okay, it's all yours.
Our goal from the outset was that the students who came out of the professional development school program would have an opportunity to practice both the art and the science of teaching with an expert there at their side to guide them.
4 plus K, Louis, can you see, equals 8. So which is the variable? Kim? The K.
Many superintendents tell me that hiring an Emporia State graduate is like hiring a second-year teacher, because they've been in the classroom a whole year.
Division, good job. All right.
It started as a pilot, and then the dean said, look, all the evidence points to this is the way to prepare teachers. No more dragging our feet. Everybody's going to be in a PDS.
The feedback that we get from the schools all the time is, if they're not a PDS site, how can we become one?
Reach for the sky, march in the class until your teacher's high.
Being a PDS school is kind of a prestigious honor. You have to agree to certain requirements. The principal and the teachers have to go through a process in order to be a mentor.
Hey, class. Hey, yes. Have a seat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Something I just want to kind of go over a little bit.
You know, there's so much you can learn on campus from a book, and then the rest of you really have to be in the classroom to learn, and that's where your mentor teacher comes in, to guide you and lead you and to make you try new things, but be there to catch you if you fall.
Thinks they can come chop it up. Derek?
Text features was actually the lowest. We meet all the time with my PDS student teachers, every planning period that we have. The students definitely benefit from having an intern because there's another adult in the mix, and that makes a big difference.
Really quick before we go to the next step. Is that a double digit?
You will see interns all around the building with very small groups of students at different times, because we have an extra person to work with students in a very small setting.
You're giving me some opposites, aren't you? You're giving me some things that are different. Can we find something they have in common?
You can take classes for years and never really know how you should react to things. And just watching Mrs. Schnackenberg, my mentor.
Just a second. Haley's had a nice patient hand.
How she deals with the kids when face-to-face. Distractions, how she doesn't ever get emotional, it doesn't get heated or anything, and she genuinely cares about the student. It inspires me a great deal.
We're trying to find out why they're talking about porches and windows.
Many beginning teachers are very idealistic. They come into the classroom with this idea of how it will be or should be, and quickly find out the realities of school today.
I believe on average nationwide the retention rate of teachers for 5 years is around 50%.
The national average is 5 years, and a teacher will stay in the teaching profession and then leave. Many are leaving their second year. When we look at the numbers for our graduates, the retention rate is 92% of them are staying beyond that 5th year.
We don't get a lot of students that get to their senior year, go out and do their teaching internship and say, oh, I really don't want to do this. That's part of the reason we have such a good record of maintaining teachers in the classroom.
We have a guarantee. Every teacher who leaves us with an ESU degree in education, they go out to a school. If they're not successful, whoever their direct supervisor is, meaning the school district, can refer them back to us. So for that whole first year, they can come back to us and free of charge. We will go into their classroom, we will help work with them, we'll help identify what the problem is, provide supplementary instruction. This has been in place for about 18 to 20 years now, and to my knowledge, we've only had 5 students who have been referred back to us.
Ask your friends your question, and remember that they don't go in order. I feel like I'm ready now. And I know that I can go back to these advisors and I can go back to these professors at any time.
Seen anything else? Yeah.
Raíces, muy bien.
Often I will go in and observe the interns while they're teaching, and when jobs come open, I have a pool of candidates already right underneath my roof.
Next year I've been hired here at Village to be the kindergarten dual language teacher. So I'm very excited. I feel completely ready to be a first year teacher on my own, and I'm just very grateful to ESU for preparing me for that.
The typical stressors that sometimes cause candidates from other institutions to just become frantic, our candidates have already dealt with them.
Our graduates stay in teaching. Over 90% stay in teaching more than 5 years. That's dramatically different from national averages.